Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a walk around today. Cessna 172. Come get the door. The first thing we do, I'll remove these, remove before flight, and we'll store this in there. Now, I'll turn the bats on, turn all the lights on, which you see here, and flaps full. Now you'll see these flaps here drop. Now, what we do is check all the lights. So that red flashing light there at the back, at the top of the tail there, this red one up here, and then there's our landing light, which is this one. And good, thanks. You? Green light, red. Oh yeah. All the lights work. So I can come back and shut those lights off and shut that battery back off. Now we'll finish the walk around. So I take these. This is for oil. This is for gas. These are for gas, and this is for oil. Now, oil towel, I usually just leave here for when we check the oil. Fuel can also stay there. And I'll show you guys my process of a walk around. I do it more convenient for myself. And here, this is avgas, and we're looking for any debris in the gas. No debris there. Now I'll take the measuring stick and I'll come check how much fuel we have on board. So I've got 3/4 of a tank there. Now that I know how much is in this gas tank, I'll continue my walk around. So this is the pitot. Make sure there's nothing over there. Make sure there's nothing covering the static vent. Make sure my strut is connected well. Checking for any structural defects. And here is our ailerons. So if you see in the cockpit there, the yoke is moving. And I want to be able to see that. That's why we took that red rod out of the yoke there. Make sure there's movement. We're looking for these pins here. Make sure that the aileron doesn't fall off. Make sure that your flaps stay tight. You don't want much movement in those, or any movement at all, if that. A little spin there. This is your storage vent, storage compartment. So there it is. You can tell it's not the biggest storage compartment, but if you're having 4 people in there, you're packing light anyways. So now, I've been asked before of why I kind of just work my way all around the plane like this, and the reason is because I'm looking for cracks. I'm feeling for them as well. I want to be able to feel any structural damage. I'm checking, making sure all our hinges are good. The wiring down here, you can tell you just want a little bit of bounce there, with there for the rudder. I can move. You don't want to move that too much. This is our trim tab, making sure trim is neutral and reactive. Nice. Hinges again. And you always want to grab by the thickest part, right? So I'm just making sure that all the cords in here and everything is looking up to par. Now, not on this plane. This is Whiskey Papa Victor. I'll be taking her up today. But on some other planes, This is our ELT. So in here will be I'll go more into depth about the ELT in another video. But ELT is basically our safety system for if a plane goes down, emergency cases. That's good. Pin, little bit of spin there, that's good, and pin. Nice. Aileron is moving well. See the strap there. Now here, we'll check this side. Plane now, just over half a tank, which is good. Just over, because now we can have some fun up there. So I will check for any debris out of the fuel tank. Last thing I'm going to check on this side is our wheel. So making sure this pin here is still in, making sure there's good enough pressure in the tire, and making sure there's no brake fluid leaks. Size good. And check our oil. You can see here what's in there, hopefully. This is the oil cap. Remove that. It's hot. It's a hot day, so I always like to wipe fully on the way out. Dip. One little spin. Come back out. And just under 7 quarts. Now that oil looked a little light, so I'm just gonna get a better dip. Good. Yes, nice. Make sure there actually is sufficient oil in there. Just a double check. Now, in here you can see fuel strainer. Now, what you usually do is you hold your cup down there and look for any debris in there. If you don't have debris reach, what you'll do is spot the liquid and try to see how clear it is. Now for here, we're feeling for any chips, anything on the props. I'm checking that, making sure the teeth are still good on this gear, and timing belt, kind of making sure there's some tension. Now to check this wheel here, we're just looking for compression, suspension. So what I'll do is you'll grab both sides of the prop and you'll pull down, make sure there's sufficient suspension. The last thing we'll do is check this wheel. Pin here, sufficient pressure, and no brake fluid leaks. There you go. Cessna 172 walk around.